We are still busy here with the AOL. So number 10, and then I explain to you what a fixed deposit is, right? So now they say the fixed deposit matures. So I put my money, I take it out of my current account, I transfer it to my fixed deposit account, right? You guys? So now in my fixed deposit account, that money is lying there. I'm not able to use it. And while it's lying there, it earns me interest. It's working for me. Now the word fixed refers to the fact that I fixed the time the deposit must lie there. It's usually 6 months or longer, right? Now, when that period is over, say I fixed the deposit for 2 years. So it's lying there. I don't have access to it. After 2 years, that fixed deposit has done his 2 years or his 1 year, the time that I fixed, and now it comes back into my bank account. And I call that maturing. It matured. So it means my fixed deposit has run its time, and now it's coming back to my bank. Now if it comes back to my bank, is my money going to increase or decrease in my current account? Increase, ne? And increase of cash means it's a CRJ. A CRJ means it's a bank debit. So immediately I can say CRJ bank debit, even if I don't know anything else. Now let's see. Let's go figure out what I know. What would the document be? So they say here a direct transfer. Now the moment they say direct transfer, which document will I use? The bank statement, because I'm not going to use analysis. Okay? So already I got 3 ticks there. Now I ask myself, what is it that happened that my bank is becoming more? Oh, I got my fixed deposit back. So I put in a fixed deposit. Now I'm asking you, remember when we did our asset song? Let's quickly do it. It's land and buildings, vehicles, equipment, bank, petty cash, cash flow, trading stock, debtors, control, fixed deposit. Can you see fixed deposit and bank, both assets? So my assets will plus and minus with the 12,000, meaning nothing will happen here. Okay. Now number 11, I see Sir didn't put a place for number 11, but I'm going to make space. Okay. So what is number 11? So number 11, I'm getting a bank statement from Bob Bank, or we can see BOB Bank, with the following charges. Now I see here, I see interest, and I see credit card levy. Now I know I'm not going to use the word credit card levy. What word will I use? Bank charges. So this is going to be bank charges. Right. So let's do bank charges first. So bank charges I pay. So it's CPJ bank credit. I know the bank deducted immediately from my account, so it's bank statement. And in any case, CPJ's bank statement straight through. So now I know my expense. We said it's bank charges. Okay, I don't have space. Bank charges, you can abbreviate like that. It's fine. And now let's see. This is foreign thing, so let's work through it. What is bank charges? An asset, the owner's equity, or a liability? It's not a liability. We don't owe it. Remember, the bank already subtracted it. It's an expense. It's an expense. It can't be an asset, because it's not making money. I am paying money for the bank doing a service, so it's an expense for me. So it's an owner's equity. The amount is 56. Will it be a plus or a minus? And how will I know it? I'm going to do it with a little highlighter. So bank charges is debit. It's an asset, and on the debit side of assets is a plus. Did I do it right? You guys just say it with me. Did I do it right? Who says yes? Ah, I've got one person who's awake. Why is it a no? That's it. I put it under assets, which is wrong. Nee. What is it? It's the owner's equity. So let's do it in a different color. Bank charges is a debit. It's a owner's equity. It's on the debit side. So it's a minus. Okay. You guys must be awake, ne? So let's do bank. Bank is an asset. It's on the credit side. Assets minus on the credit side. Now I can see 1, 2 accounts, 1, 2 signs, meaning there's nothing. Don't be tempted to put an extra one there. Now, if they gave me different things, they gave me credit card levy, service fees, all of that, I would add them all together. It's as good as they say, I've got red pens, black pens, erasers. I add them together for stationery. Okay. And now I still need to do the interest. Now interest can be plus or minus. Is this a plus or minus income? Interest. It's a plus because they say it's favorable. And a plus, now I know this is to do with my cash, and is my plus a CRJ or a CPJ? It's a CRJ, ne? Okay, I don't have space, so I'm not going to do it here. It's a CRJ. It's interest. Interest is always a bank statement because it happens immediately in the bank. Because it's a CRJ, my bank will debit my interest on, and now you can have different things here. You can say, and I'm going to write it here because I don't have space. It can be interest on favorable balance, or it can be interest on current account. If it was an unfavorable balance, I could say interest on unfavorable balance or interest on overdraft, bank overdraft. Okay, now my bank is an asset, so my assets will increase. Why? Because it's debit, ne? My interest is always, you guys remember that, interest is always an owner's equity. Always. So, interest, I know it's an owner's equity. It's on the credit side, and owner's equity increase on the credit side. 1, 2, 1, 2, meaning this one is 0. The AOL is a gold mine of ticks. So, if you are in a place where accounting is not something you really understand, or you don't do as well, I would start by studying my AOL. Number 1. Then number 2, because you've got all your rules already. So it's like playing a game. First thing, identify what journal. Then you got your rules. You're going to get a lot of marks. The second thing I would study is my T accounts. Because my T accounts I learn formats, right? And your T accounts, what is the accounts that they like to ask the most? Bank, they like bank. Trading stock. I have to say, if I set up papers for those who take accounting next year, trading stock is my utmost favorite. because trading stock is literally the only T account that's got every single journal in it. Okay? What else is the ones I would study? Cost of sales, because it goes with trading stock. Sales, debtors control, and creditors control. That's my biggies in grade 9. Okay, and each one of them has got a format. So go back, go look at your set format. The only one here whose balance is not necessarily on the plus side is which one? Which is the only account here that can have a plus balance or a minus balance? Bank. Bank is the only one, because bank can be an asset or a liability. Ne? All the others, please remember, your balance BD is always on the plus side, and your balance CO is always on the minus side. Always. This is a rule. So you go learn your formats very well.